This can't be celebratory. I was shocked by this decision that's about to change everything in Philadelphia, and you'll be surprised by the details that have just been revealed. We have an Eagles star on track for a historic contract, another NFL legend who can wear midnight, and a rookie quietly preparing to take down the defense. But hold on, my friend. Before we dive into this bombshell, if you truly love the Eagles, like the video and subscribe to the channel now, because you won't want to miss any details of what's about to happen in the heart of Philly. Behind closed doors, Howie Roseman prepares for a game that could redefine the NFL defensive market, and all eyes are on Jalen Carter. After being selected to the Pro Bowl for the first time in 2024, Carter has quickly ascended to elite territory. ESPN already ranks him as the third best defensive back in football, and he's only 24 years old. But what comes next could shake up the entire league. According to Brooks Kubina of The Athletic, the Eagles are laying the groundwork for a potential record-breaking extension for Carter, set to be released as soon as he becomes eligible after the 2025 season. NFL rules prevent teams from negotiating extensions with players under contract before the final game of their third season. But that doesn't mean the front office isn't still in favor. Kubina reports that Howie Roseman spent the offseason adjusting the Eagles' salary structure specifically to make room for a potential market-setting deal for Carter. The figure to beat, $31.75 million per year. That's what Chris Jones is making in Kansas City. And Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie isn't one to lag behind the market. He wants to set it. If Carter continues to win in 2025, as he did last season, the Philadelphia Eagles could act faster than expected. The message is clear. The Eagles aren't waiting to reward greatness. They're preparing to achieve it. With Roseman leading the way, expect this franchise to once again be aggressive, visionary, and utterly fearless. But as the front office looks to the future, another pressing need emerges at the point guard, and that's where a familiar name enters the search. When you win a Super Bowl, every fan expects you to dominate again. But reality sets in when key pieces of that winning puzzle walk out the door. And that's exactly what happened to the Eagles this offseason. Josh Sweat, gone. Milton Williams, gone. Darius Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Isaiah Rodgers, all gone. These weren't just names on a depth chart. They were impact players, locker room leaders, difference makers. So the question now is, how do you reload without losing your edge? One answer may come in the form of a once-feared and battle-tested veteran, Jadeveon Clowney. According to Bleacher Report's Matt Holder, the Eagles were named the best landing spot for Clowney in 2025. At first glance, it might seem like a risky bet, but looking deeper, it starts to make perfect sense. This isn't about chasing headlines or nostalgia, it's about smart insurance. Let's break it down. Philadelphia already has an intriguing pass rush rotation with young talent. Nolan Smith Jr. is a rising star. Jalix Hunt brings athletic potential. Azeez Ojulari has shined, and Joshua Uche is known for his explosiveness. But here's the thing, they're still young, still finding their footing. And in the NFL, where an injury or a bad month can change an entire season, experience and depth win championships. That's where Clowney comes in. At 32, he may not be the terrifying force he was projected to be coming out of college in 2014, but he still has the power. Last season with the Carolina Panthers, Clowney appeared in 14 games and put up solid stats. 46 total tackles, 5.5 sacks, and 4 passes defended. Most importantly, he proved he can stay healthy, contribute on multiple downs, and still win battles in the trenches. What makes Clowney an ideal player for Philadelphia isn't just his stats, but the role he would play. He wouldn't be asked to carry the defense. He wouldn't need to play 90% of the snaps. The Eagles could rotate him intelligently, maximize his strengths, and keep him ready for the big moments. Third downs, red zone defenses, late game pressure. That's a luxury few prospects have, and that's what makes the idea so appealing. Now let's talk about fitness. Clowney thrives in aggressive schemes that allow him to move and exploit matchups. Under Vic Fangio, the Eagles are expected to utilize more multiple fronts, giving edge rushers like Clowney the chance to attack from different angles. He could be used as a 4-3 end, a running back in sub packages, or even inside on obvious passes. He adds flexibility and toughness, two things Philadelphia always values on defense. Financially, this could work too. Clowney is no longer commanding big money. A short-term contract, replete with performance incentives and playoff bonuses, would be low risk for the Eagles and high potential if he stays healthy and productive. He brings veteran presence, playoff experience, and a chip on his shoulder. Everything you want in a locker room looking for another brilliant season. Would it be a splashy move? Maybe not. But Super Bowl teams are built on decisions like this. Not just superstar trades, but smart additions that quietly bolster the foundation. And here's the crux. Bringing in Clowney doesn't stifle the young guys. It challenges them. It raises the bar. It brings competition to training camp and forces Nolan Smith Jr., Hunt, Ojulari, and Uche to raise their game. That's how dynasties are built. Not just through raw talent, but through internal pressure and mentorship. Still, this move isn't a done deal. It's a possibility. A strategic option on Howie Roseman's chess chessboard. Will he make the decision? If history tells us anything, it's that Roseman never stops looking for that extra edge. But while the front office considers veteran transfers like Clowney, there's a parallel situation quietly developing, one that could shape the Eagles' identity for the next decade. It involves a rookie linebacker, a golden opportunity, and a defense poised to evolve. Don't be fooled by the silence. Within the Eagles' facilities, there's a strong belief that rookie Jihad Campbell is poised to become a key player on the 2025 defense, and the path to that opportunity just got a lot clearer. With Nakobe Dean recovering from a torn patellar tendon and likely unfit to play until week 1, a starting linebacker spot is up for grabs. Zach Bond has one side locked up, but the other? It's open season, and that's where Campbell comes in. An Alabama draft pick, Campbell comes with sky-high expectations, especially after Howie Roseman aggressively moved up a division to sign him, and it's easy to see why. In 2024, Campbell August, but Nick Sirianni hasn't confirmed the most important pieces of this new defense. All he needs is a chance, and the Eagles are ready to give it to him. So, Eagles fans, do you think Howie Roseman should rush through a multi-million-dollar extension with Jalen Carter? Bank on you make if you were GM? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.